Neglect and narcissistic personality disorder go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. Most of the time, narcissists were heavily neglected when they were kids. I'm talking severe emotional neglect, physical neglect. So they split inside because of such severe neglect. Deprivation of basic needs, especially emotional needs. And they split inside, and the disorder formed. It impacted their brain structures. It impacted how they saw themselves in the world, and especially how they operate in the world and how they treat others. They felt so unimportant that their ego split and had to become the most important thing in their world. Because of that seriously low self-esteem caused by such terrible neglect and loneliness and shame and severe abuse. Unfortunately, the narcissist as a kid split, and their ego had to become 80,000 million times stronger to make up for that inadequacy, to make up for that emptiness from the neglect. They became more powerful. They were like, you know what? If I'm not going to get it from the people I need it from, I'm just going to get it from everyone. And I'm going to completely use everyone, dominate. And I'm the biggest and the baddest and the best, right? It's like a psychotic overcompensation for the lack that they received as a kid. But it takes them over, and it's their whole life. And that's what we call personality disorder, because the narcissist didn't heal. What they did was amp their ego up and dominate and hurt others. They didn't actually heal that original neglect, that original extreme abandonment wound. It's still right there, untouched, because only you can heal you. Truly, whether you use therapy, whether you use any modalities of healing, you have to be willing to heal if you want to heal. And narcissists, that's the whole thing. They can't. They won't heal. That's why they don't change. Their ego is too huge, it's too big, it's too protective. And so they cannot take any accountability. They can't look at themselves. They cannot heal, therefore. You can't heal what you don't look at. So they're not going to heal that neglect, that gaping hole inside of them, that trauma, that absolute abandonment, neglect, shame. Instead, what they do is they project it outward constantly on people and use people to their benefit like objects, right? They're ruthless. They don't care. They learned in their childhood that they weren't cared about, and so they became adults who will just don't care about anything but them. If they have kids, they neglect them just as bad as they were neglected. And that's what needs to be talked about. The narcissist is the center of their world. Only the narcissist actually matters to the narcissist. So the narcissist was neglected in childhood, but now when they have kids, they neglect them. They'll put them in front of a tablet for hours on end. They will emotionally neglect their kids. Some narcissists won't even really feed their kids. They'll barely keep them alive. They neglect their kids in such devastating ways, and the family, it just keeps going down, right? So if no one is going to stop the neglect, it just keeps going down the line. So narcissism is rooted in neglect, and narcissism breeds more neglect, more damaging neglect. So speak out for the kids of narcissists if you see them being neglected, because again, it's just going to keep going down, down, down the line.